Yo, 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 what up, though? It's your boy, Casper, aka Capital C. Today keeps getting weirder and weirder, man. It ain't bad because I'm not in a full body cast, or in jail, or hungover, or dope sick, or none of that. I'm A1. I feel great. But shit just keeps going wrong, man. Uh I woke up, I forgot I take Marvoni Moverit. It's a big box. It's 3 big pills at night. They're like the size of Motrin, which I'm no stranger to taking pills. Uh Multiple surgeries, all kinds of stuff. So I take these 3 Moverits at night. It's a hepatitis cure. That's right. I have hepatitis. I've had it for quite some time. I'm covered in tattoos. I only went to a shop twice. I was a needle user. Um, I've been in a lot of fights and shit too, so I don't know. Could be anything. So I'm on the Hep C medication, the cure. You take it at night, and I forgot to take it last night. I cooked a big ass steak, well, pork loin actually, and crashed out and forgot to take it. So I took it this morning, and I was going to go live. I was going to start going live every day that I remembered my dreams, and I can remember mine, so I was going to do a live about it. And then I remembered that I forgot my medication, so I was going to do that, and then it didn't post. It was like skipping or whatever. So I decided to do a live, or not a live, YouTube video using Video FX. If you guys do videos, it's a cheat code. Go get it. It's free. It's easy to use. You can pay a couple extra bucks and get the ones that are blocked. Today, I picked the black and white old screen TV because I'm going to go back in time to when I first started. And the record labels and the beef and kind of what happened. Not kind of what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. So, I'm 37 now. I started rapping back in high school, Bay City, Michigan, um, with the group called Untamed. It was me, Jake Buzzard, aka Blaze. He was the rap dude. He freestyled all day long. He was the first one to have tape recorder. Well, Johnny Zero and Nick White had a studio too. But this dude was on it all day. That's all he did was battle you, talk shit about you, battle, write flows. I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna be a rapper. He was like a year or two younger than me too. He was just on it. The other cat was my best friend, Matt Pena, aka King Peso. And these two would just write flows, freestyle all day. It was he was into SPM, and they're all about it. And they had a tape. The first one was on a tape. They made the chop on CD, and I was like, wow, these guys are doing it. But they smoked weed and drank and shit, but I was fucking up. I was like running away from home, breaking into houses, breaking into cars, sleeping in houses and stolen cars, going to juvenile, and I drank, dude. I couldn't handle my booze. I'd slam a 40 ouncer in one gulp and just fucking be retarded. That was my MO. So they wouldn't like sign me. I was a part, actually, the first tape they did, I was there, and the cops came and they were recording. So it was like, stop the tape, the cops are here, click. I was there and shit. So that was like my first introduction to it. They somehow got it on CD, which was magic to me. Well, they wouldn't let me in because I was in juvenile in jail all the time, in and out, in and out. And I was drunk. I was just what I know today is called PR disaster, public response. I was just out of it and in and out of jail. It was juvenile then, but they did a CD, 1,008 and a half, which later I bought a house that was 1,008 and a half. Crazy how it all comes together. And I got kicked out. I don't know if I was kicked out or I was like in between schools or what, but my mom was like, if you go back to school, I'll get you a computer. I was like, well, I'm going to use the computer to record these raps. And I remember telling her I was on the stairs in my basement talking to her. She's in the kitchen at the old house. She sold it to my sister now. But I told her, I was like, look, every 3 or 4 raps I make, I'm going to make one about God. And she's like, oh, that's good. She kind of like didn't believe it. Like, or she's probably thinking, why aren't all of them about God, dummy? But she had like a weird response. And I was like, well, I'm gonna. So she got me the computer and I talked her into getting a headset, a Meritech with the mic that come off the headset. And we use that. And since Blaze, there's Ud hitting me up right there. What up, Ud? You'll see this in a minute. Justin Michalski, he went on to do great things. He was like the punk rocker, couch surfing, uh, you know, just staying with us at the studio, hanging out. He was in a band. He could play every instrument. And he's like political punk rocker, real cool, real mellow. Well, he later on went to college and got a degree in, I think, political science. I'm pretty sure. He was always into like politics and that, but more punk rock. Like, hey, this is what this is wrong. This is good. It put me up on game. Uh, a lot to do why I'm capital C with the O. So I started capital C. My last name's Cap. Yes, Jonathan Grant Cap. CAPP. Um, I was Capone at first. Then I knew there was a Capone into Cap One, who I wound up touring with later on. I think he has a sex charge now. So I'll get into that. I'll just jump right in. I'm skipping around. So I got the computer, Bay City, Michigan on the east side. Kind of hood. We had like the only nice house in the hood. It's kind of crack and drugs and prostitutes. Um, GM Powertrain was by us, so it was always cheap rent for the people at Powertrain. And then when that went under, then it got crazy. But it was crazy in the 90s and shit, 80s, 90s. Next door to me was a gang, the Yanas. They're a big Italian, Sicilian family, but they're also a gang. So there was all that shit going on. Across the street was drugs. It was just kind of a crazy neighborhood, you know what I mean? But like mixed, like some nice houses, and then there'd be like 3 nice houses and a burned down one. You know what I'm saying? There's always crazy shit going on. Bernie Park was always crazy. Jackson. Oh, it's all named after. I'm on Sherman. There's Sheridan, Farragut, Grant, Van Buren, Jackson, Columbus, Adams. They're all named after presidents. So I called it Capitol Hill. And I was Capital C. I kind of switched after 9/11. Started doing more political, anti-government type shit. So I got the computer. Blaze was making beats. Fruity Loops 1, I think, was out. And we used Sonic Foundry. And we would jack beats off mp3.com. But I like to use the beats we made because then we could, try to sell them, whatever. I wasn't into selling it. I was into burning a bunch of CDs and handing them out for free before MySpace even. I think there probably was a MySpace, but I wasn't hip to it yet. That was later. But yeah, we did like 17 songs, turned into 22 songs. Like every day we would work on a track. So we did a CD called Straight Out the Basement, STR number 8, Basement, and then bass, BASS, Basement. And it was sweet, man. It was dope. I did a solo track. I ain't going back. Hell no, I ain't going back. But it was like the first time that I learned about bars and counting bars and hooks. And I came up with a lot of the ideas for the hooks. We had me, Blaze, Peso, Gorfo was there a lot. Ryan J. Joe, he wanted to beat me up over some drugs later on in life. He's in jail and shit. What up? Head Knocker, Adrian Bell. He was like the super beat guy. Like he was really dope at making beats. And he's like charging back then too. Like you gotta have $50 to get a beat from him. So our CD was basically all homegrown beats. Came up with a lot of the hooks. Yeah, it was like 17 tracks, 22 tracks it turned out being. And I would burn 100 copies. I worked at the car wash. And every check, I'd burn 100 CDs, burn 50 CDs, just hand them out. And that was the thing. Oh, my first actual track that I recorded on the microphone was at Nick White's house, Johnny Zero, Blanco. He had different bands, different names. He lived right across the street from the high school, Central High. Like if you went out the welding doors on the side, his house was right across the street. He went on to doing great things too. He was like the punk rocker, rap metal dude, and had bands. I met him, he was in a band, but he recorded me, him, Blaze, and Peso on our first track. But we all had like an intro, like a hook, and our own verse. And did that. I don't think I had any copies of it. I might have had a master of it, but I never like had copies. This is where like if you had a CD burner, you were the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could burn CDs and you had a mic, you were the shit. So all my friends, if I had 15 friends, 10 of them had a computer and a mic, and we'd record, and that was just the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like we all would sit around and we'd drink and whatever, but we'd be writing. We'd go home and write. We'd write together. Untamed was like 5 of us. I had my boy Bunny come rapping Spanish on one track. Miguel Chapa, huge part of it. He was always there. He had flows. He did a track with me later after my car accident. He wound up dying in a car accident later on in life. Fucked up. But Untamed was the shit. I got it tattooed. So like they wouldn't I covered the thing. Can't really see it. But Untamed. Shout out to Untamed, yo. So there's like 5 of us, but we would have all apartments and throw parties, and like Untamed was like a movement, yo. Like there'd be like 20 of us. People started getting it tattooed. I went to jail one time. They're looking at my tattoos. They're like, "Oh, you got Untamed on you?" you're the 15th person to come through here with Untamed. We're validating y'all as a gang. I was like, yes. I was all excited and shit. Like, we're a fucking gang, dog. We're fucking legit. I was all excited about it and shit, dude. Not so much now, dude. I don't want to be affiliated with that shit, dog. The fucking Rico would come, be like fucking Lil Wayne and whatever old boy's name is. Young Thug's fucking weird ass. Shit's crazy. Anyways, we would have house parties and there'd be like 20, 30 of us, dude. And like I said, like 15, 20 of us got it tattooed on us. It was like a movement. It was like, so if you know, somebody would sell pot and somebody would have ecstasy, it was like everybody would make flyers. Oh, it was dope, man. There's Godzilla. He was like the best rapper. White Mike, he was really good too. And Blaze. Convict and AK was making CDs. I guess my boy Blake and them didn't get along with Convict and AK, so they were like battling it out. I don't know. I recorded with Convict later on in life at the indie spot and at his crib. Uh, Actually, I did Dope Game with Esham there. I did the Busy Bone track there. I did the Mossberg with Nodis and Bedlam, and I did the Outlaw track there. Just my verse because I had them sent to me. 4 tracks of one basically hour. Knocked it out. Rough mix. It's going. You know what I'm saying? That's how I did like the punk rock side of it. As far as recording, I would just did I just say excuse me? What the fuck? Fuck that. Um, I was more punk rock. I was like rough mix, putting it out. Content, put it out, put it out. You know what I mean? Cats would want to sit there and, well, what if it goes, man, it ain't going on the radio, bro. It costs tens of thousands of dollars to get on the radio, bro. We're putting this shit out. And so the other good group was the Holly Boys, the Hollister twins. They were twins that went to our high school. They had Soldier B, Brent McLean. Who was the other guy? There's a bunch of people I'm leaving out. Bob Anderson was rapping. Dr. Bob was rapping. He had CDs out. Our city had a lot of talent, dude. Tannen shot. He got shot back in the day. I guess he wound up shooting the guy that shot him. But I heard he's coming home. White Mike has kids and is more of a businessman now. The Holly Boys. Reflex was with us. So Blaze, not Blaze Dead Homie, my boy Blaze from Bay City, threw a show called Hoodstock. And it had all of us, dude. It had, man, I had the flyer for so many fucking years, dude, and I don't know what I do with it. I screwed it up. I had a bunch of wristbands I was trying to sell. And the car, I got drunk at the bar or something. I don't think I was old enough to drink. I got drunk somewhere and my briefcase got stolen. So the tickets got messed up. I was just a wreck, dude. But anyways, he threw Hoodstock. We had the downstairs bar area, which a lot of us weren't 21 yet. We had the back room with the DJ. I forget that guy's name. I think Mike. DJ Mike. He had a haircut place too, I think, in Saginaw. And then we had the upstairs of the bowling alley. One way in, one way out. And he had a South 40 record, Southfield, Exit 40, or Southgate, one of the Southfields. Exit 40. Hope that don't show up on the screen. But come on. He had a record deal from out of there. So he brought a bunch of Detroit homeboys up there. Dirty was one. The DJ Rob James. He had the best sound system, dude. I'm talking about he had the Earth Shakers. He had two big 12s or 15s on each side, and the Earth Shakers. They're like 32, 38-inch, just bangers, dude. He had drum machines. He had live keyboard. I don't think he brought the keyboard, but he had all of us, dude. He had uh, Blaze and Peso. Oh, Blaze and his girl at the time, Roxy or something. And then me and Peso, they always put me and Peso together because we were best friends. Kind of still are, even though I don't hang out with them. They put Blade, capital C, and Peso on the flyer like we were together, but I was solo. I didn't even go up and do no collabs or nothing. I just did solo, dolo. Um, had the Holly Boys. He had Godzilla. He had cats from Murder House. Think he had Troubled Minds. I know Stitches was there. R.I.P. Stitches. He was like the youngest one out of Murder House. He wound up dying, I think, from an overdose. R.I.P. Man. R.I.P. to all these cats I'm talking about. That if I forget. But Mental Ward was three people back then. Stitches, BK, and I'm sure they had another member because there's three of them up there. Um, Holly Boys, we'll get into that. Uh, my boy, Kyle Reno's little brother, Kevin Reno, little K, was in a band called Shattered Innocence. They played like some metal with Nubs. Nubs stole some money from me, but whatever. Um, man, I wish I had the flyer. But he had Madness from Bedlam headline it. Um, kind of headline it. I remember Madness performed. It was flipping over chairs and shit. I ran and hit under the table. But I already knew about Bedlam and Prozac. I don't think Prozac was. I think Prozac was solo by then. But Bedlam was a legendary group from Saginaw. I wound up getting on my shit with Esham and Mastermind Nodis later on in life. But anyways, so we had all these people, Dirty, Lil D. There's like 15 acts at Hoodstock. And it was big place, pretty big place. Packed it out. Well, when the Holly Boys were on the little, there's like a little drum riser that was acted as a stage. You had the DJ gear. Well, people are jumping up and down, and I just heard again how Corey played up there, and like it was sinking in. Like it felt like it was gonna sink in, dude. Like it's an old building, it's an old bowling alley in Bay City, across the street from the cop shop, police station, courthouse, and all that. And people are like jumping up and down. You could feel the floor like sinking in, dude. It was nuts. And then I guess the DJ told him, "Hey man, quit jumping up and down. You're making the shit skip." You know what I'm saying? And the dude was like, "Fuck you," to the DJ. So he's like, "Oh, fuck me." He's like, "I brought all this shit here. Fuck you." He unplugged it and shut the show down, which I would too, man. Fuck you. You respect the DJ, man. Shout out DJ Rob, um, DJ JD. We'll get into that too. And a fight broke out, and everybody just started hitting everybody. You know what I'm saying? And this is like my Bay City homeboys fighting with my Detroit homies. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Wolfpack Nation was there. I wound up getting signed to them guys. Wolfpack Nation is Ron and Jamie Ardeline, aka PG-13, and Jay Outlaw. Um, so like the majority of the acts went on. This was like, I think Blaze was gonna headline it after, like, so the Holly Boys and Madness were like the two big names. They were gonna like finish it off. I think Blaze was gonna headline. Um, Fight breaks out. Everybody's hitting everybody, throwing chairs. I'm like trying to break it up, but like not get hit type of thing. So I was like, fuck it. I just kind of stood by the speaker with the one security dude. I just kind of like tried to break it up and shit. So cops come, whatever the fuck. I leave unscathed. I think I made up some story or something. But it was bad, dude. It was a fucking big 20-person fucking brawl, dude. You know, it was fucked up. That was my intro. That was my first show. Other than that, my 21st birthday was in jail. I think before that, I was handing out CDs at a bar because you can get into a bar pretty easy if you know people, like I know people. I think 102.5 was at a radio. It was the radio station was at a bar, and I handed him the CD, and he didn't play it on the radio, but he played it in the bar. It said my name on the radio, which I was stoked about. And I had a thing on my wrist, like a metal rod, because I broke my wrist. And that was like the highlight. So then Hoodstock, the big fight, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, the Holly Boys didn't get along. They had a big crew. Then they didn't get along with Blaze and Untamed. And they were like fighting and breaking windows out and shit. Like, you know, beefing, what you would call beef. I'd call it pussy shit. And then Blaze did Stitches like the youngest dude from Murder House, right? So amongst all this, I'm in and out of jail. I did like a year in jail. I stole some handguns in a blackout and wound up doing another year because I did a year for weed. A little bit of marijuana, dude. They gave me a fucking year because I violated and got MIP, minor possession alcohol, on probation for weed, and they just locked me up. Like, fuck you, dude. I think I got out early because I went to a 3-month rehab in Grand Rapids, and I don't know, man. I just couldn't. I would smoke weed and then try to pass the drug test or not show up or whatever. If I would have just quit and got it done with, you know what I'm saying? I later did that, you know. But so they fucking had the big fight. The Holly Boys were beefing with Untamed. I still hung out with the Holly Boys. I'd throw house parties and they would come over. I didn't let that slow me down at all. Well, I met the Holly Boys manager, quote unquote manager, DJ PC from Flint. I started going to Flint by myself. I think I brought Nick White, aka Johnny Zero from 13 Dead, and Ud to open mic before. They got a pretty good response. BYOB, bring your own beats. But that was really my connection. I think the Holly Boys quit going down there. So I kind of like got their management. I was still rocking with Untamed, still recording there, still rocking out. Peso had a mic, lab. I did a lot of stuff there and at Blazes. I got their manager, DJ PC. He DJ'd at all the local bars in Flint. So I was at like Contos Lounge every Thursday or Tuesday or whatever. Not Roscoe's, Churches was a bar. I opened up there for the franchise boys there. The spot at Contos, I get made fun of by my mox, who was a gay bar for a while before it was a biker bar and then a gangster bar. She makes fun of me. But there I met Cap One. And me and Cap One hit it off because I got 724 tattooed on my back and I was crunk. Dude, this is crunk era. I'd have my shirt off. I'd be wasted. I'm like, yeah. yeah. I don't care if you're a little Asian dude up there. I'm fucking, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that was me. That still is me. I go ham at shows. Uh, I loved it. I was sloppy drunk most of the time, but I'd be, yeah, like hyping it up, you know? And that was the shit to me. Well, I met Cap One, I had my shirt off, and he's a big dude, man. He's huge. Tapped me on my shoulder. He's like, yo, what does that mean on your back, dude? I'm like, oh, like, bro, it ain't no gang shit. It's my birthday, July 24th, man, 84. I hand him my ID. He just laughs and shit, man. He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, here, he hands me his ID. We got the same birthday. And he's Cap CAP, July 24th, and I'm Cap CAPP, 84. So we fucking hit it off, dude. And he put me up on merch. Like, he had all kinds of shit, dude. He had like CDs, t-shirts, posters, stickers. He had these pills that they like floated. I don't know, it's like some medication thing for a doctor's office that he had his Cap One on, you know. And I thought that was so dope. My I met him. The Smokehouse Junkies were big then, which turned into Jimmy Cankles and all them guys down there in Lansing. Um, who else? Project Born, obviously, was from Flint. R.I.P. to him, homeboy that passed away. I think Pint died. Because I think Poke and Nitty are still alive. One of them passed away. Don't mark my words. I have a bad memory. Lots of drug use, lots of head injuries. One of them passed away. R.I.P. Either Polk or Pint. I met them there. So between Cap One, Smokehouse Junkies, and Project Born, they put me in the middle between them. So it was like I was thrown to the wolves, dude. Like, you're gonna perform good, or you know what I'm saying? It was like I had to really step it up and like shout out the DJ, tip your bartenders, and not wear no gang colors and be fucking cool and like really, because they're, these are big names. You know what I'm saying? These people were signed to Psychopathic and toured with Twisted and like Project. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to get good. That's when I really made sure I had CDs. I made sure that I didn't get too fucked up. That was a hit or miss with the getting drunk thing. Sometimes I'd have to get carried out. Sometimes I'd black out. Sometimes I was a bulldog and I'd kill it. You know what I'm saying? It all depended on my intake of the day, really, is what fucked me up. So I'm doing these big things, and then he got into booking people. Young Jock, I opened for Young Jock, Young Dro, Young Buck, Franchise Boys, Tech Nine at an arena, Piranha Arena in Flint. Open for I did open for Scarface at the event center, the Dow Event Center. Nope, that was Waka Flocka. Scarface was at the Expo Center. I started doing big gigs where you pay like $300 and sell tickets. I just give the tickets out for free. Be like, follow me. Have my boys, Knucklehead, whoever was driving, drive. You know what I'm saying? I got signed. I still got the tattoo. Obviously, it's a tattoo. I covered it up. Says bottom of the world. Mike with the world. Um, See, this is another thing. Bottom of the World Productions was Top of the World Productions. It was Wolfpack Nation and Ryder Miller. Well, they fell out and made it Bottom of the World. Well, I got assigned to Bottom of the World, but I'd still go record with a stupid hot water tank thing, sub pump. So I'd go record at Ryder Miller's studio, the indie spot. Um, a guy owned it, and Ryder Miller would record me, or convict Charles Conley would record me. They got the owner, I forget his name. Shout out to him though. Shout out to the indie spot. It's on Broadway in Bay City, Michigan. Hit them up. Great recording, clean vibe. No bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Professional. I want to shout out uh, uh, Papa Smirk. Shout out to Papa Smirk, recorded me a track. That went pretty big. I later got MC8 from MC8. I did the intro on the track that I did there. I got on. So yeah, so I was going to talk about underground hustling, mixtapes. I'll get into that. That was another big thing that I'm still a part of. So the cats in Detroit, Wolfpack Nation, they took a liking to me. They're like, Cap's crazy, dog. Like, we'll take him in. We like that energy, dude. He's drunk. He's solid. He does have an alcohol problem, but we're taking him. You know what I'm saying? Then it got real. You know what I'm saying? Then I had my Bay City cat. Everybody loves me in Bay City. The ones that I didn't rip off for crack. That I'm paying back and doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a problem, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you, nigga. It wasn't nothing to hide. You see videos of me getting thrown out of the bootleg Dayton Family Show. I was in jail. I got I don't hide nothing. It's all in my flows. All of it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hiding shit. I drank like a fucking pirate for years, dude. I got the fucking scars to prove it, dog. It's not a secret. That's probably the reason why I didn't get a record deal. You know what I'm saying? I was drunk every show, hammered. If I didn't have an ankle monitor on and I could drink, I was drinking. Believe that. I had the monitor on, I'd take mushrooms or something to escape. You know what I'm saying? I later got in the car accidents where I could do drugs. Unfortunately, I'm clean now. But so I got signed, legit record deal, all the free studio time, you know, but I'd open up for them. Then I got in position where I had money, car accident money, SSI money, where I could book venues. I booked the Modern Day Exchange on New Year's. Oh, actually, it was the day before New Year's. And Blaze told a girl, here's what happened. Blaze told there was a girl that worked at the mall at like Hot Topic down in Detroit. Stitches was saying, "What's up, Blaze?" through the chick. Like, "Oh, hey, Stitches." And Blaze is like cocky battler dude. He's like, "Fuck Stitches." Like that. Like, I don't know if he was referring back to the Hoodstock fight, but, he started doing his own studio, his own shit, and like kind of got detached from all that. So I don't know. He just said, "Fuck him." And they're like, "Well, what the fuck, dude? I thought we were cool." And then Blaze right away, he's like the battle mode. He went and made a diss track to him. I'm like, oh, that's kind of fucked up, man. He's like the young guy, horrorcore kid. He's like the hottest one out of Murder House, made a diss track. And I'm like, oh, that's stupid, bro. But by then, I was already traveling. I was going to, like I said, the open mics in Flint. Shout out DJ PC again. He's got Casper's Lounge. I use the name Casper. I don't know if he kind of used that for me. Well, that's cool. I know for a fact the Prozac, the Hitchcock of hip hop, he got that for me because I was all drunk. Madness brought Prozac to Blaze's studio, the first house in the South End. They had Prozac down there. I was just drunk. I went and got a case of beer, forgot Prozac's water like a dumbass, and forgot his water. I don't think he recorded, but I was drunk. I was just fucking rapping, like showing off and shit. I don't really remember the end of the night, but it was like that. 9 times out of 10, I was cool. But if I got too excited, I'd black right out, dude. I'd wake up, passed out in the bathroom somewhere. But so Blaze did stitches and they fell out, and I was at a show down there, and Wayne Dub was like, "Who you rolling with, dog?" He's and shit, like drunk. I'm like, I'm whatever, dog. I'm fucking free. I'm a free agent. You know what I'm saying? And he later apologized, like, "My bad, dude. I was drunk. I heard your boys did stitches." I was like, "Oh, it's all good, man. You do exactly what's on your heart at all times. Just don't hold nothing back. Say whatever, do whatever. If it's in your heart and you fucking feel that way, say it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck how people feel. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you. If you get your eye busted for it, if somebody don't like it, you lose a contract, whatever. Say what the fuck you feel, dog. That's what this whole shit is about. That's what it's all about. Saying what's on your mind at all times. Don't hold nothing back. Diss tracks, whatever. Do it. When the smoke clears, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I have no regrets. No, I could be sitting with Sony right now, but I don't regret none of my alcohol abuse. None of every bar I got kicked out of, every time I got punched out, every jail bit, every time I've been to rehab, I don't regret nothing at all. It made me who I am. And shit, whatever. More songs are right, you know. Oh, fuck it. For real. That's my word. Anyways, so while there's this beef between the Holly Boys, Murder House, oh yeah, then so it was me. We had Madcap, another solid motherfucker that was Ben House, got tracks with Proof. Um, you know what I'm saying? He's been around Detroit for a long time. Madcap and Cap One was the reason I didn't call myself just Cap. I would have been just Cap, you know. But there was all right. So I already knew about these guys. Was already a fan. So we had Madcap, we had Doughboy, we had the Spot Workers, and we had Wayne Dub. Wayne Dub was the first person to sign the Murder House. Ran by Toxic Tim. Toxic Tim was in a group called Troubled Minds with BK, not BK, Wicked K. They had Lisa Sear, they had Demonic, they had Icarus later. Me and Icarus fell out for a minute, but we're back on. I got on the Puppet Master. He did my tattoos. He did my angel and my mic. I got on his mixtape, hosted by Icarus. That later I got Prozac on the intro. So through Underground Hustling mixtapes, get it. The next one's hosted by Jamie Madrox from Twisted. If you want a copy, inbox me your address and share the flyer. And then when you get a copy, put it out. I don't care. Burn copies, put it online, say you got it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to push this as far as I can. So, well, everybody's these little minor beefs, one fight turns out to y'all not fucking with each other. I got into altercation every 3 days. I was in either a shoving match or I got punched or whatever. Every 3 days I was in some altercation. So a little fight, you knock me out, I'll buy you a beer next time I see you. And I don't drink now, but that's still to this day how I get down. All right, man, we had a conflict, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I go to the extreme. That's it. That's how it is, man. You know. So Murder House is beefing with I guess Jay Outlaw said fuck Murder House to a fan online. So they kicked out Wolf. They kicked out Jay Outlaw, which his brother's PG and owns Bottom of the World. So we just all left. Like, all right, we're not in Murder House no more. Which they fucking quit. And then like I did so many shows since then where Toxic and Wicked K were at. You know what I'm saying? Troubled minds were at, and I fucking chill with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't talk shit. If I do, I apologize and fucking man up about it. I'm solo, so I can say whatever I want. You know, I don't. I respect everybody. I respect the craft. Horrorcore to me is kind of, I hold it, you know, I grew up on Esham and ICP more. I kind of grew out of ICP, but I still get down to Esham. Oh, I respect it as a craft. Um, I met Scum. I did a track with Mars and Razakal, and you know, that's the shit to me. You know, I don't disrespect horrorcore or even the swag rap, whatever any kind of music you want to make, do it. I'm into it. I like it. You know, I mean, I listen to it on myself on the bus, but I dig it. You know, so all these people are beefing. I'm going to Flint and using their manager and doing big shows. I'm going to, you know, Detroit, going to record there, doing their shows, getting them on shows. Um, you know, like whatever. I'm the one trying to stay out of jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one trying to get my name out there and be heard and have fun. Y'all are the crybabies that whatever. I gotta put this out there too, man, since I ain't friends with none of y'all no more. Um, One thing that happened. All right, so this is where I realized it was all fake shit. Um, I got hot. Um, the head honcho PG-13 got Doughboy signed to Murder House. All right, I was in the car wreck. I could barely walk, but I'm out dancing, drunk, popping pillows, fucking doing my thing. They bring Doughboy on stage, put the chain on him with the Murder House charm medallion. Yo, you're in our crew. You're in our brotherhood. Man, PG went and fucked Doughboy's kid's mom. Like shortly after. They blessed him into the crew. I was down there. I was going to DJ Sparrow's um, graduation party. That's how young these cats are. Shout out to Zitro. Zitro doing your thing. Well, he went behind his back and did that and then like kind of rubbed it in his face and shit, man. It was fucked up. I was like, oh, that's how y'all get down? I'm done. Like by then, I already had the apartment house. I bought a foreclosed duplex in Bay City, the pit. I was renting that to a tattoo artist. I was traveling. I had my own apartment down there. Oh, shout out to Trey Lee too, down there in Texas. Big influence. Um, but yeah, he did that dirty shit behind his back, and no one's like running from him because Doughboy's a big boy. Me and Doughboy fucked somebody up. Well, we all fucked everybody up. That was the thing. Every show we did, Wolfpack Nation would get into a fight. Um, they did that dirty shit to Doughboy. I wound up seeing Doughboy at come on, get off my screen, dog. I seen Doughboy at Wise Guys Records in Roseville because my day one homeboy, DJ JD Butler, hit him up for anything, any music. You can send him a track and he'll mix and master it for you. He's dope at Pro Tools. I came up with him. He worked at the radio station at Oldies and Wheels and at Citadel Communications in Saginaw. And I'd go pull all-nighters with him at the radio station, record with D-Flow. Okay, so D-Flow in UD, DJ Kit now, Justin Michalski. I lost my ring, but they took the Murder House medallions, melted them down, and got BO rings, bottom of the world rings. They're like solid fucking silver, dude. I lost mine, blacked out at City Club or one of them clubs, open mics. But they did that dirty shit, and I was like, man, it's a wrap, dog. There ain't no love in this shit. But I still fucked with them. I still recorded there. I still did my thing. What topped it off is I mean, I done my dirty shit too. I wound up hooking up with Knucklehead's ex-wife. Um, they weren't together though. Me and Knucklehead quit talking. I'd blow him up and he quit answering me for months and months and months. Then me and his ex shacked up fucking years after they were divorced. And he quit talking to me. He quit talking to me. I was trying to hit him up, calling him, everything. He cut me off. So I got with your ex. So what? You know, my bad. I don't fucking chase tail anymore. I chill because that involves me drinking. If we break up, I'm going to feel a certain way and I'm going to want to drink. So I'm staying single for now. Anyways, I did a show at the Modern Day Exchange. This is on another, I'm almost at an hour. I did a show at the Modern Day Exchange. The front of it is a record store, thrift store. The back of it is like 50 by 100 square foot, big 50-foot ceiling with the stage, concession stand. I got this place for the day before New Year's. And something happened. Outlaw said a girl scratched that Shroomy Puppet's sister scratched his truck, which I find hard to believe. I may or not gave her shrooms that night. I was sober. I had a tether box on, but big fight breaks out. Melee breaks out. I was trying to bring the shit back, the old school murder house shit back, where I had all the members of Bottom of the World. I gave Bottom of the World an hour and Bloody Mitten an hour. Zitro and them broke up with Sparrow. Sparrow wasn't there. They were something else, I think. But I gave both of the labels that I was with, that I booked. The Arlington was a big dude. Oh, it's like the Shook in Saginaw. It was an old brothel back in the day. And I rented that out for a New Year's. But the New Year's after that I wasn't in jail, I got that, the Modern Day Exchange, for $300, whatever, show went on. I don't know if it happened or not, but something happened. They had a big altercation. They shut it down. Whatever. I kind of quit throwing shows, but I'm back at it. I think, yeah. So before this hour is up, so everything I try to do with people would get messed up. There's little altercations here and there. Fucked everything up. So I'm just staying solo right now. The Underground Hustling mixtapes. Shout out to Intrinsic. And anybody else I forgot. You pay X amount of dollars, send him your track. He'd put the track on a mixtape, and have somebody famous host it. Like we had X Murder Boys, Blaze Your Dead Homie, Tech Nine had a track, Necro, Esham had a track, MC8, Spice One, Bizarre, shit, Prozac, Potluck, dude from Cottonmouth Kings, Pakalika, R.I.P. Pakalika. Well, I get these mixtapes with 20 other artists. So if I got 200 copies, they got 200 copies. That's 4,000, 2,000 CDs out. Plus it's worldwide. So I think I'm on like 40, 50,000 units out. I just have a track on it, but it's out there. The next one is hosted by Jimmy Madrox. I was late, so I had to put a short track on it. So I put my track with Busy Bone on it. Just a short track, hook verse hook. But I'll send you a copy when I get them. Drop me your address in my inbox or whatever. Just make sure you plug it. Make sure you share the flyer. Also, he's doing a vinyl release of it. on vinyl. So since I have more time, I'm putting the Murder Show track on it, which is a full song, hook verses, full song outro. I recorded it at where I seen Doughboy. I recorded it at the Wise Guys Records in Roseville, uh, down there on Gratiot Avenue. If you're in the area, go there to record. It's a little bit expensive, but it's dope. It's solid. Sounds really good, man. They know what they're doing there. Shout out to JD. Shout out to Intrinsic. Shout out to everybody still fucking with me. PC. Um, Everybody that's still getting down. Everybody, Holly Boys. I hate that noise. But yeah. Um, Check out the other sober stories of drunk days on my page. I have 3 other ones. One about a shows plural, with Icarus. The one that got shut down, the overdose one. I got one about my first felony, and another one. I forget, but there's 3 other sober stories of drunk days. This will be number 4. Mixtape coming out, vinyl release. Um, I want to start doing acting. I want to start doing stand-up comedy. I want to do all kinds of shit. I want to do a podcast. Oh yeah, big shout out to the Hood Smokers podcast. Jay Gutta, all them guys. Capital C signing off. Stay sober. If you need help, you know where to call. Call Dot Caring Center, Saginaw. Call there's another one, Pathways in Saginaw. There is Sacred Heart down by Detroit. There's good ones. Pathways. There's Keros in Saginaw. Pathways in Pontiac. There's some good ones out there, y'all. Get sober, get clean. Go to AA, NA. I've still yet to get my 6-month tag, and it's 7-8 months now. But I'm gonna cut this off at an hour. Hood Smokers podcast, Underground Hustling, mixtapes coming soon. Capital C 989. Oh, I deleted my other Facebooks. I just got the Casper Capital Cap, which is new. I made that since I've been sober. And the Capital C, the Young OG. Go like and follow that, because I might delete this one. If you don't follow me, follow God. Peace. Capital C 989.